Hello Flosstube, my name is Joni. This is Joni Loves Stitching. This is episode 7. It's August 26th, Friday at about 8-ish o'clock at night. I'm exhausted. This is the 6th time I've tried to start. I'm not doing it again. I, on my last take, rambled for 5 minutes about how exhausted our household is, all the way from me down to the chinchilla because of the new moon. However, I was referring to it as a full moon. It's not the full moon, it's the new moon tomorrow. And I don't know if the new moon makes you exhausted, but it makes me exhausted. And I'm rambling about it again, but I'm not stopping this time. I'm exhausted, as I keep saying. I'm tired, I'm slap happy. This will not make a lick of sense, but we're gonna do it anyways because I've been intending to do it for about a week now and things keep getting in the way. My husband's in Texas, so I don't need to watch TV with him in the evenings right now. So yeah, what we're doing today, aside from listening to me be a crazy woman, is I have notes. Intro. That was like an intro, right? Okay, we'll move on to addressing comments. So I had a lot of comments on my last video. A lot of people putting the word pumpkin in. People talking about trash pandas, which makes me so happy that other people call raccoons trash pandas. And I did have a few comments asking about other knitting that I do. Which, before we go any further, I've knit some on that hat that I showed last time, and it's not down here. I'm not going to get it. I'm not stopping the video. So you can see it next time. But people were asking about what else I knit. And so I have knit shawls, sweaters, socks. I love hand knit socks. I knit my kid a stuffed hippo, a blanket. So I was thinking if people were interested, I might do a Flosstube extra to show some of my favorite stuff that I've knit, and maybe some of my favorite quilts that I've made in the past. If you're interested, comment below. While you're at it, subscribe, like, and then do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Another commenter asked about my fur babies. I think she said fur baby, but we have many in this house. So I was planning on taking videos of them being cute and stupid this week and then posting at the end, or taking pictures, and that didn't happen. So real quick, I'm going to tell you about my fur babies, and again, if you want to see some video or picture of them, you can let me know in the comments and I'll try to get my button geared for next time. First, we have a Saint Bernard named Georgie. Georgie is 6 and she is a princess. And then we have Kevin, who I call him a pity mutt because he looked more like a boxer with the bug eyes when he was a puppy and the long legs, but he definitely has like a more pit bull breed, not pit bull group, but pit bull breed Amstaff kind of face to him. But we got him from a rescue, and his name is Kevin because that's the name he came with, because his litter of puppies was named after the Minions. So his siblings are Margot, Gru, and a couple of others. But we kept the name Kevin. He's a great dog. And then we have a chinchilla named Harry Charles that we got in May, and he is a funny little creature. Yeah, he does not like to be held. And he eats a lot of hay, like more than our guinea pig did. But we did have another Saint Bernard, but she passed away earlier this summer, and she was my girl, Gaskell, named after Elizabeth Gaskell. We're talking about getting another dog, but my husband wants it to be smaller than 20 pounds, not a Chihuahua, not a Maltese. And I just want another Saint Bernard. Bug, you hug them, and they're fun. So I may have a puppy at some point soon to show you. I may not. Anyhow, those are just some of the comments I wanted to address. I am going to show you my whips, but I'm going to show them. Ooh, I'm going to show them in a very particular order, which consists of whips that I did not mess up on, and then whips that I did mess up on, or pretty much everything that I messed up on the last couple weeks. I think I must have peed in someone's karmic Wheaties, because wow, everything that could go wrong with crafting and other stuff in my life has, like, these last 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I put sugar in chili, and I put the cumin spice in the dish drawer. I usually stick to my spicing stuff in the fridge, so, and you'll understand the problem here when I show you. So yeah, we're gonna do our whips like that, and then I'm gonna talk about haul, and then I have a giveaway winner to announce with the oh, shiny Plum Street Sampler Raccoon Rabble, and this cute little pumpkin needle minder to get yourself going for fall. So that'll come after whips and haul, and then I'm gonna talk about a Bewitching Pixie Sal that is starting on September 1st. And then at some point I might talk about plans. We're already 6 minutes in, and I've probably lost all of you guys thinking I'm some crazy person at this point, so we'll see where we get. Okay. The whips that I did not mess up on. So, this is a restart, new project, take 2. Some of you might remember way back at the beginning of last year, I did Focus Focus by Liz Mathews. I was going with my color choices for Winifred Sanderson, and I really liked it, but the more and more I look at it, the more and more I feel like it's Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. I'm not a Sleeping Beauty fan, I'm not a Maleficent fan, so I'm not digging it right now. Maybe I'll dig it next year. But I really want that project on my wall. So I restarted it with a slightly different color scheme. I'm using, well, first of all, let me show you the project. I have a bunch of POC. Partial C? POS? I'm so tired. So this is what I have so far. Can't really see how red it is, but that's okay. What I'm using, what I've been using a lot lately, is Color and Cotton. It is 40 count Pampas grass, Pampas. I did not learn how to read with phonics. I memorized words. So you tell me what that word is, because I don't know. I also read 5 Harry Potter books thinking Hermione's name was Hermione, so, you know, whatever that word is, grass. And I'm using Gentle Arts Mulberry that I had in my stash. I'm liking this a lot more. I did not mess up on this one so far. Knock on wood. That's project 1 that I did not mess up on. Project 2, I mentioned I had received it in haul, and it is this from Forbidden Fibers, Absence and Desire. I ordered the kit. I ordered 32 count Opal Lugana. I've been stitching it while watching Discovery of Witches while my husband's been gone. I'm on season 2 Alice Kennedy episodes. They're in Bavaria, wherever it is, to find Edward Kelly. If you watch the show, you know which episode I'm talking about. So this is where I'm at. I mean, I guess I kind of messed up because I had to unstitch some of this and then restitch it because I miscounted. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm using the called for colors, which are Forbidden Fiber colors. They're so pretty. This is not the softest yarn in the world, but I really like the coverage and I really like the way it lays. And the way it lays makes a big difference to me, because I've stitched with thread that will just twist and go wonky and you have to fight it to lay flatter, and I don't have time for that. So these are the called for colors. I'm not a big red person, but I really love this red and I really love this blue and this purplish color. I love the colors. I have not stitched on it the last few nights because I've been so tired. I've had parent orientation. I've had a babysitter over for that. Yeah. So, and then the last, we'll get to that one. The last project that I know I did not mess up on is Plum Street Sampler, Scary 2. I'm using the called for colors that I came with in this little kit. It was super cute. I got it at Needlelorts in, I think it's technically Lakeland, Florida, but Orlando. It was like 15 minutes away from Disney World when I was staying there for the Dobie Challenge during Marathon Weekend last year. And I am stitching this on 36 count Toasted Mallow from number 12 Stitch Company. Here we are. No mess up so far. Whoop, whoop. So, and I have plenty more that I think I'm going to wind up doing Raccoon Rabble on, because there's plenty more space on there. Oh no. This doesn't tell me how big the model is on here. That's okay. I'll figure it out later. So I haven't been stitching on that for about a week and a half. But I was stitching on that while we were watching For All Mankind on Apple TV. Because it wasn't too thought intensive. Maybe that's my problem. I'm not thinking enough. But yeah, so I was stitching on that while we were watching that. We have a few more episodes to go in the season, and we're going to continue on with that when Jeff gets home. He's in Texas. So, and then I think, I don't know if this counts as a mess up or not, because here's where I'm at so far. I made a decent amount of progress, but up here I had to unpick a few rows because you can see this little space right there. I had stitched that row and then the 2 rows beneath it and completely forgot to leave that space. She mess up kind of. I don't know if having to pull out and frog that little big full counts as a mess up, but that was just for so many issues. So that's all I have for stuff I did not mess up on. Now hold on to your panties because all right, right here we have Anna from Nora Corbett, Bewitching Pixies. She's looking good now. She's looking very beautiful, nice and pretty now. See, so pretty. And I have, thanks to Maggie from Kitschy Whips, if you know, you know, but thanks to her and thanks to another gal on Facebook, I have beads in here. She's very pretty right now. She was very messed up over here. And when I was stitching this color right here, I was following the green line next to it. And when I was following that green, or stitching this green, I was following the color here, and it got all sorts of messed up. So I had a lot of yanking out to do. But girl's good to go. Also, I would not have been able to get her outline if it had not been for Maggie and this other gal on Facebook. I'm not mentioning her name because I don't know if she wants her name out there in the YouTube verse. But without them, Anna would not be where she is. Also, if you don't watch Maggie, go watch her. She's hysterical. I want to stick her in my pocket and bring her home with me. Maybe I will one day. All right. Next thing I messed up on. I don't know how much of a mess up this. This is Thomas by Kathy Barrick. I do not have the picture for you because my tablet is charging. So here's Thomas. What's the problem, you ask? What is the problem? Well, the problem is, look, this yellow color in here, that's all the same looking color, isn't it? If you looked at the pattern, it's supposed to be more two-toned against that dark. Well, it calls for, and I'm doing the DMC, not the MPI. So there might not be this issue with the MPI, but calls for 833, 832. My friends, what can you tell me about these two colors? They look a little bit different, like maybe one tone off, shade off, right? Depending on which way you turn them. Yeah, they look very similar. There's two colors in there, and they look the same. And I sat there stitching on it, not even recognizing that, oh my goodness, this 832 and 833 look exactly alike when stitched up. Until I'd been working on it for a whole evening. So, what I did was I went to Michael's and I got 839, 29, 829, and 831. There's differences there. I think this one might work better. I don't know, but there's differences here, so I'm going to pull that all out because I don't know which color is which anymore, and I'm going to restart the 833/832, whatever that color is, with a combination of these. Yeah. So that involved a lot of cussing. Words that I don't think I'm allowed to say on here, so I won't. Those are the cross stitch whips that I messed up on, but hold on because my needle point, ding, ding. It looks cute from far back, right? Yeah, aside from like my anchored threads, but here we have a cute tiny mosaic. There's a few in there, and then guess what we have? Oh, we have regular stitches. Basket weave, I think they're called basket weave. Well, Joni, why would you start with a mosaic and then switch to basket weave? I don't know, why would I? Well, if you don't know why you would do that, why would you start stitching everything else, which would include stitching over the back part of the orange that you stitched first before you fixed it? Because I didn't pay attention and I didn't notice that until I started working on the purple, thinking, I don't know if I like the purple like that, and realized, Mother monkey, I messed up, looked at the back. I'll have to rip whole section out. There's copious cussing involved with that too. This is decaf, by the way. It's vanilla Komarol tea, black tea by Harney and Sons, and it's like my all-time favorite decaf tea. No sugar. If you drink bourbon, it would probably taste pretty good with bourbon. Now, I am doing a scrappy trip around the world quilt. I should have grabbed something that's good and correct so you know what's wrong with this. But so instead of doing a big trip around the world, there's many little squares. I'm still working on sewing the strips together before I cut them out into their lengths, okay? What I'm doing is you have your selvage ends. What I'm doing is I'm sticking these straight ends, I don't know what they're actually called, I call them straight ends, flush together. Hopefully right sides together, which but that's what I'm supposed to be doing, yeah? Okay, that's clear. That's selvage end. That's not straight end. What the? The best part is I did not just go whoop, whoop, whoop on this in one sitting. I kind of tend to use these as leaders for other stuff that I'm sewing. So I had many opportunities to realize I'm messing up. I didn't. Guess what I did when I realized that? I didn't cuss. I just threw it on the ground and walked away. This is my last mess up, but this is the one that I didn't just cuss. I yelled it. And my husband laughed at me, so I threw it at him. I have no regrets, it's just fabric. It made me feel better. So I'm doing the Scrappy Fat Quarter whatever quilt that Elizabeth Ann has been doing a sew-along for. This fun thing, okay? So I'm just doing it slowly, one set at a time. My last set, I ironed, I laid out, I cut, I drew, because I'm not doing the folding method like she is, but I drew my lines, I stitched them up, I cut it. Perfect. I go to iron it. This one's not ironed, but that's okay. Would you care to tell me what's wrong with this? What it should be, and more along the lines of this. It's not, it's backwards. I did not do right sides together. I did front to back. And again, I didn't do this all in one sitting. I come down here, I pin a bit, I go back upstairs, I do something. I had plenty of time to realize what the heck I was doing wrong. And you know what? I did not. And that's, sorry guys, I have a bug bite. That is the theme of my last few weeks, not realizing the mistakes until a long way down the line. So I think what I need to do, because that's a lot of mess up to be made, or to be fixed. And everyone knows that like fixing your mess ups is the worst thing in the world. If you mess up, you throw it in timeout. I don't want to throw everything in timeout. I want to move on with my life. So I think what I'm going to do is just maybe half an hour a day until however long it takes me to fix all this. I'm gonna go through. I'm not gonna go through on these. I reordered this fabric. I was able to find it from the same store on Etsy, which is saying a lot because this is an older line by Bonnie Christine. This is Storybrooke, I think. 5 or 6 years old, I think. It's not out there much. So I bought more fabric. I'm gonna redo it correctly. And that's just going in my scrap bucket. But I need to unpick all this because I don't have extra fabrics for these to work with. So, you know, half an hour a day to unpick that, and then as I'm sewing along, get that re-going. Half an hour a day to unpick this. Unpick this. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing this with the called for DMCs aside from those other 2 fabrics that I mentioned, and picture this plus Heartland 32 count linen. I already unpicked this because I wanted to get the show on the road with this. Look at her. She's so pretty. A little witch. Witches and pumpkins are my favorite Halloween theme. So, that's all I've done for the past few weeks, most of it messing up. We are going to move on to haul real quick, and then we are going to do the giveaway winner. So, haul. Got the Halloween, cross-stitch Halloween, magazine edition thing at Needles in the Haymarket earlier this week. I'm not as in love with as much in this year's as I was with 2022 or 2020. I did not get 2021, so I can't give you an honest assessment of what I thought on that one. I got my Color and Cotton Fabric Clubs. So I'm in the brights and the neutrals. It doesn't really seem bright to me, but 32 count barley and 32 count maple leaf. The neutrals I had been doing 40 count. My eyes are going. It's harder to work on them, so I've switched to 32. They're nice fun fall colors. I might do some Halloween smells on this. I made an order from 120. 123, 10, 5, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3 stitch. I thought, I don't know what I thought, but I thought for some reason that I had ordered this a while ago. It never showed up. I looked in my order history. No, I didn't order it. So I'm going to be doing stitch along with Caroline from Caroline Stitches. Fiber Freak on Instagram. I couldn't tell you right now because that's where my head is. Using Dovetail from Forbidden Fibers, which also my Absence and Desire, also on Dovetail, but on 32 count. Opal linen. Where'd it go? I want to show you the difference. They really do well keeping it very similar across the board. So this is 18 count Ada, and this is 32 count opal linen. I mean, there's dyers out there where huge variations between linen and Ada and Lugana, and then if you throw the opal in. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so for this, I'm using the MPIs. I love silk, and these colors are so pretty. So this and this. It's gonna be nice. So we are starting that October 1st. I can't wait because that's like super Halloween-y. When I ordered that, I ordered some fabric and flosses, or if you'll remember, I had bought Luna, and I wanted to stitch her, and I thought it would be fun to do a Bewitching Pixies stitch along. So I went and I bought her DMCs and her Shiny Kreinik. If you're movement, that is a dog. And I bought 2 different fabrics to try. This one, picture this, plus Da Vinci, did not look as vivid and fun purple in the picture on 123 Stitch. This is Heritage, so Heritage, and that's like the difference, kids. Heritage versus Heritage. Like I said, some dyers totally different depending on what you're dyeing it on. This is 32 count Lugana. Yeah, Lugana. So I think I decided I'm going to go with Heritage, which will kind of match the more earthy background of Anna. I'm excited to start her. What we are going to do, actually, I will get to that in a hot second. Let me go through the rest of my haul first. The rest of my haul is one more cross stitch haul. This month was a big Nora month, or big Nora Corbett design, so Mirabilia month. She's so pretty. She's Lavender Mist. We ordered her. These are beads. And I messaged Maggie on Instagram and I go, I don't remember my exact read, but it was basically, why is she called Lavender Mist? Because there's not much lavender on her. Like there's lavender and those look more like peonies or something. She kind of responds back with, well, I think it's because of her background. Which, that makes sense, but okay, so what if you don't want to use a purple background? So what is she, like Periwinkle Blue Mist? Fuchsia Mist? I don't know. The name confuses me, but she is lovely. So I want to stitch her soon. Maybe I'll start stitching her like as a New Year stitch. New Year, new start. Pop of color in the dead of winter. That would be fun. So that's the last cross stitch thing that I have for haul, but I got from Duck Dilly, a scrap bag of Tunnel Lawn. There's some fun stuff in there. And I think there might be one fabric that I can't use to make hexies with, but that's okay because I could use it to do some type of like ribboning or something. And then I am part of the Hexie A Go-Go from Intrepid Thread. And each month I get a set of curated pre-cut hexies and the Hexie papers. Sometimes they're curated from new lines. This month, there were lots of blues and reds. I am a Tonalon geek. And William Morris is one of my special interests. So, I have these mostly just piling up right now to put together in the future. I want to finish a couple of my other English paper piecing projects before I start a new one. This is Wiltshire Berries. This is actually my favorite Liberty pattern. Give me all the Wiltshire. Everyone's all about Betsy. I'm all about Wiltshire. Wiltshire. This is a pretty one. Look at that. So I got that. Oh, and more Wiltshire. So these boxes over here house this bottom one that is off screen, my 2-inch Hexie blanket. This middle one houses my my month-alongs from Alice Caroline, because I have last year's and this year's that I'm still working on. And then this top one houses my finished blocks. So, none. Is that really my last piece of haul? Okay, this is my last piece of haul. It is a needlepoint. And I had to call a shop to have them order it from the vendor because I wasn't able to find it anywhere in stock. If you are a Lily Pulitzer lover, you'll appreciate this. Isn't it pretty? I love Lily Pulitzer. So pretty. And I had them kitted up with the flosses for me. And it's from Annie & Company Needlepoint and Knitting in New York. I literally called them, said, hey, do you guys have this? No, we don't. Oh, okay, we can call the vendor. Sure. And, you know, they said it could take a while. Within a week and a half, I had it. And it took that long because it took a few days for the manager to call me back and said, yes, the vendor did have it. Would you like us to order it? And then I got it from the vendor to them to me. So we have some white and green silk lame, and then we have this joyous bundle of silk and irahia. The names are Bubblegum, Apple Martini, can you see? Pink Cow. I don't know how you come up with the name Pink Cow, but that's amazing. So I want to try to finish my Boo, and get a good start on my oars before I do this. You know, this might be like a wintry start to when I get down into the doldrums, because I do deal with seasonal affective disorder some, so happy stuff in winter is a good thing. So that's all I have for whips and haul. Now we are going to do the giveaway winner. I screen captured it on my phone, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't write it down. So I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna look it up, and I'll be right back. All right, friends, we're back. I looked it up. The winner of the pumpkin needle minder. And the raccoon rabble is Michelle Howard, Michelle with one L, which I think is great because one of my friends that I made at StitchCon is a lovely lady named Michelle with one L. So I have a soft spot in my heart for Michelle's with one L's. So Michelle Howard, you win, yay. I will reply to your comment letting you know that you won. You can either give me your email on there if you're not comfortable with that. You can message me on Instagram, or I will also put my email address associated with this account there, so you can shoot me a line there and we can trade talky typey things, and you can give me your address and I will get this sent out to you. Cool. Last thing before I go, let's talk about the Bewitching Pixies Sal. Let me find her again. Bewitching Pixies. They're your pretty little witchy girls from Nora, Corbett. I think there's like 11, 8, something, a lot of them. There's Anna, Luna, Gigi. I don't know all their names. Oh, but there is a new Flosstuber named Lady Lugana. She only has 2 episodes out right now, but her second episode, she's going through her Nora and Mira collection, and I think she might have all of the Bewitching Pixies. If she doesn't have them all, there's like maybe 1 or 2 she doesn't have, but she's showing you all of them and giving their names and everything. So if you're curious as to how many are out there, and to see a few other little collections that she has, it's a fun video to watch. Also, apparently her aunt has a piano room like full up of pretty ladies on the walls, which is super cool. Life goals? I don't know. But so Bewitching Pixies, excuse my segue. Bewitching Pixies Sal is going to start September 1st, which is Thursday. I had in my head that it was Wednesday. It's not, it's Thursday. Using the hashtag NC Bewitching Pixies SAL 22. Here, you can see my chicken scratch. Right there. Don't mind what else I'm writing. Also, I will put it in the notes below. And if you follow me on Instagram, Joni Loves Stitching on Instagram as well. I've already had one post with a hashtag in there, and I will continue to put that hashtag up whenever I'm working on Luna or Anna. So, there's no end date. So it can be a stitch along and finish, it can be a start along, it can be a continue to work on your whip along, but we're focusing on the Bewitching Pixie gals. Why? Because, you know, they work out for the season. If enough people are interested, I might do some other stitch alongs from different collections as well, whether it be, you know, some of your fairy tale girls from Mirabilia, the Black Forest Pixies. I really want to do some of the Black Forest Pixies, are pretty. Or mermaids. For November, I am planning on doing Mervember, which is you're stitching mermaids. I am going to do a bit of Nora November. Nora November. About that. So in November, I will work. I'll probably start her. She's so pretty. And this is Moonlight Laguna Mermaid. And then I have another Mira Mermaid that I'm currently stitching on, but I have not touched in a while, that I will probably work on as well. So if you'd like to join me, that would be amazing. And yeah, so last thing, I'm going to show a bit of plans. I have a stack here of things that I'm like, oh, maybe I'll start these next few weeks or work on them. So I'm gonna show you those real quick. Something I haven't pulled out at all in the last few weeks, probably a good thing, is the saltwater scrapbook that I'm doing a SAL for with Lydia's Leisurely Stitches. I finished the octopus and now I'm working on the ship. And I'm about to say that, you know, it's pretty hard to mess this up, but given my luck the last couple weeks, who knows? So I will probably pull that out and work on that a bit. Because I kind of feel like we're getting into fall time stuff more than summertime stuff. I was thinking about starting Cats on Parade by Blackbird Designs. And I'm just now realizing I wasn't telling you who all the designers were and the fabric and threads for everything. And if you have any questions as for, if you have questions on anything I've shown, drop it in the comments, ask me and I will let you know. I got this fabric, no clue who it's by, who dyed it, but I got it out of a bin in the Halloween Christmas room at Keepsakes when I was there for StitchCon, and I'm going to stitch it with espresso bean. I need some espresso beans in me. Probably not right now, so I can fall asleep, but doggy. Now some espresso beans. So that's another consideration. Oh, speaking of my mermaid, this is what I have done of the Enchanted Mermaid from Mirabilia. She's so pretty. Come here, girly. This is her. I think this is Dwarf or Storm. I picture this plus. 32 count. Look at, no, this is not 32 count. This is 28 count because I felt like stitching Anna was kind of tight. I kind of like the 28 count better than the 32 count. I just feel like my stitches aren't as crowded. But, so this is her and she's beautiful. And I'm not one of those, we're mamas, hey. I like pretty princesses and fairies better. I'm an earth girl, but I do like Nora's mermaids. They do it for me. So I really want to pick her up. Also, they're just comforting stitches. And Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher, has talked about that, and you've probably heard me talk about, she's talked about that before, but she said that, you know, they're comforting stitches, and they really are. So, and then I have Pumpkin Patch Small from Carolyn Manning. Oh, hey, I had another pumpkin. Needle minder. So I don't know what I was thinking when I left this much. I think that's like an inch. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't start this the last few weeks, so I can't blame Karmic Wheaties on that, but I will probably fold this into like a real tight flat fold of some sort, or stand up when I'm done. But so Pumpkin Patch, it's a nice, easy, cathartic stitch, and it's going with the season. So I think that's a 28 count linen, probably just like the chalkboard swagger, whatever that they use for like a lot of the stitching with the housewife type designs. Just using the DMCs. Super fun, Halloween-y colors. And then I want to work on Away We Ride. by Blackbird Designs. Here we are. I'm using I think this is Pumpkin something by Be Stitch Me. And back to the mentioning of how some dyers on different fabrics, their colors come out drastically different. This was one of them. I thought I was getting a very vivid orange color. Well, when you look at her different colorways, she has multiple photos that you can go through, and it shows you how each different fabric comes out with a different, with the different colorways. And there's usually a picture with like a couple of the different fabrics laid out on top of each other so you can compare them. I didn't pay attention and I ordered Lugana. It comes out much paler. I think this is 32 count. So it did not work for what I wanted it to, but I really like it on a wavy ride. It's a fairly popular pattern, so you've probably seen it, but just in case you need a refresher, this is it. So I'm like, oh, kind of like that. I still have a ways to go, but also sampler September. I don't know if this is considered a sampler. I've kind of always thought of everything maybe it was a sampler. This is not really a sampler, so I don't know. Maybe I'll call it a sampler and make it so. Using the call for colors. So super pretty. Is this more of that mulberry? I think it is. Yeah, more of the mulberry. It's a pretty red. I'm not a red person. Like the bright reds don't really do it for me. I'm more of a blue person and an earthy tone person and a bright hot pink person. But anywho, that's it, and I've made a big mess and I'm not gonna clean it up tonight. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna upload this to my phone. Nope, not to my phone. I'm talking to you on my phone. I'm going to upload this to my computer. I don't really do editing, but the second video that I'm doing here and the first video, I might get this slapped together tonight. I might not. It might be tomorrow, and you know what, that's okay because it's like really 9 o'clock at night now and no one's gonna watch that late anyways. So I have another bug bite. On that note, everyone, I'm gonna hold her up again because she's so pretty. Watching 60s Pixie Sal, join me. Thumbs up please, subscribe if you want. Maybe I'll do another giveaway when I reach like 600 or 700 people. Ooh, let's say 750 and I will do a $25 gift card, gift whatever, to Etsy. Yeah. 750 subscribers and I will do a giveaway, $25 to Etsy. Done and done. There we go. You have your marching orders. If you've hung with me this long, thank you, and I am sorry. I was about to say apologize, and that didn't work. Thank you, and I apologize. I'm sorry. Go have a good night. Get some good sleep. Sleep in tomorrow morning if you can, and have a good week. Don't let the new moon get you down. Okay, I'm going to bed. Bye, friends.